how's your off-season been? Is it a time you look forward to, or do you miss riding a bike?
I look forward to it because yeah, it's a time to really sort of chill out on that, but it always seems to be more busy than ever. So, but yeah, I do miss the bike after about a week because you start to feel really unhealthy and unfit pretty quick. And so yeah, you go from like training 20, 30 odd hours a week, eating salad and fish, to eating burgers and drinking beers and doing nothing. So
how do you reflect on this season? I guess it was kind of one like up and down for you a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good start, probably the best sort of start I've had for a long time. And then, but yeah, obviously the Tour crashing on day 3 was not ideal. And then the Olympics after that, like, you know, getting caught up in the crash there as well. It was kind of, yeah, rubbish sort of July anyway. So, but that's bike racing really, as we all know. So, just looking forward to getting back into it now and having some good goals for next year.
Do you ever find it difficult to like come back from these setbacks? What's your kind of method to like coming back to racing after a bad crash?
Yeah, it's tough at first because you're obviously super disappointed because all the effort and hard work you've put in, and then if just to end like that in a day is tough to take at times. But yeah, you just sort of have to get on with it. There's no other way really, is there? And just get back on the bike next day, keep pushing and try and do something for yourself or the team. And yeah, you just got to crack on.
Yeah, and talking about your team, like you were pretty keen to stay with Ineos this year, even though it was the end of your contract. Why were you so keen to stay with the team? I
think just, you know, I've been there for a long time now. It must be 12 years. So, and obviously, you know, it feels like home to me as well. You know, I know a lot of the guys, a lot of the staff and everything. So, but also, you know, I was keen to just see what else was out there. So, but yeah, it was a long process. So I'm glad it's all almost done now and can just focus on bike riding and while losing a bit of weight.
Mm. Did you feel more pressure this season, knowing that you were coming to the end of your contract?
Not really. It was just sort of like always try to just focus on like the here and now and not get too carried away about, you know, repercussions of this or that, and just focus on getting as fit as you can and going racing as best you can. And I was definitely in good shape and ready, but yeah, as I say, like a silly little crash and it's over really. So, but that's the way it goes sometimes, really. And
you won the Tour, obviously, and then finished second in 2019 as well. Since then, I guess we've seen a bit of a change with, yeah, like who's been winning. Like Pogačar, Roglič have been dominating. Do you think they can be beaten, and how?
They can definitely be beaten, but you know, the sport is always evolving and changing, and you know, from equipment to the way you train to, you know, diets and everything. And I think just you know, that all filters down through from pros, you know, to under 23s, juniors, and I think now that you're just seeing like the guys coming up from junior and 23 level are, you know, like professionals anyway, and they can step right in, and as Pogačar has. But yeah, him and Roglič for sure are setting the benchmark now, and their teams are obviously improving as well all the time. So it's pushing everyone to keep fighting, but that's what drives you as well. You know, that competition and that sort of need to improve. Will there be a change of focus for you next season? Are you still going to be focusing on the Tour and the stage races? Because you did have a period where you were doing some classics. Is there any chance you return to that? Yeah, I'm unsure really. I just want to, I wouldn't mind doing something a bit different, especially now coming into like the last few years of my career. I just want to, the main thing is just enjoying bike racing and race as much as I can, and take whatever I can really. So yeah, I think you've got to decide really, got to look at the Grand Tours, the routes and stuff, decide if that's something I want to do, or maybe yeah, look at something a bit different. You became quite famous for your like exploits on Zwift over lockdown. I think you rode for 36 hours, was it, on Zwift? Will you be doing a lot of Zwift this winter? Is it something that you factor into your training plan? Yeah, I think like I will go on it more. I think it's just it's a different way, you know, you can mix up your training a bit, and obviously with a young son as well, you know, being able to just do it at home, it just it makes things easier as well. And you know, you don't have to do as much, because we all know when you ride the turbo, it's a lot harder than just going out for an hour on the road when you ride turbo. So and enjoy it as well. You know, it's good. This is a way of sort of riding with other people, you know, all over the world. So yeah, I'll definitely be on it. Well, over the winter, yeah.
It's kind of one of the many like technological changes that have come into the sport, Zwift, power meters. You know, now we've got like glucose monitoring and stuff as well. Do you think it's changed a lot of the sport, and do you like this kind of scientific numbers side to it?
I do, but I don't. I'm not someone to, you know, download my Garmin after every ride and analyse it all. You know, I just sort of, but yeah, I do like the whole, you know, the way technology is improving and things with, you know, from equipment or like you say with the glucose stuff, or, you know, just well, yeah, all the technology is coming in. I think that's great, and that's what keeps the sport moving forward. But I also like to blend that a bit with more the old school as well, you know, and just training a bit more just on feel and yeah, a bit more of an old school approach. So, but I think the mix, as long as you get a nice mix, it works really well, I find.
Yeah, and just as like a final question, looking ahead to next season, what would be a perfect season for you? What's your kind of aims?
I'm not too sure at the minute, like specific goals, but as I said before, just really want to just enjoy racing my bike and win some races, and, you know, help the team win some big races as well, and just be a part of a successful sort of group is yeah, that would be the main thing. So
you're still super motivated, even though you've won so much in your career. Does winning still mean as much to you?
Yeah, definitely, and I think especially the last, you know, with the whole pandemic, the last year and a half and things, I think it made me realise how much I do just enjoy racing, and, you know, the lifestyle of it as well. You know, travelling here, there, everywhere, like training camps, and just that whole world. Just still really love it and really enjoy it. So yeah, make the most of the last few years of my career, really.